Think about the last time you bought a cup of coffee. You hand over $5, they hand over the latte. It's clean, it's balanced, it is perfectly transactional.
Right, exactly.
And we kind of build our whole lives around this idea of earning things,
Yeah.
like working for a promotion or putting in time at the gym to get results.
Yeah, we really do.
But today, our mission is to unpack an ancient concept from Pastor Chris's Rhapsody of Realities.
It's called the kindness of God.
Exactly. And we want to explore how it completely reframes our modern understanding of mercy. So, to start off, let me ask you, the person listening to this right now, have you ever received a massive favor or like a literal life-changing gift that you absolutely did not earn?
It's honestly an uncomfortable question
Oh, totally.
because we are so conditioned to want to earn our keep. I mean, we just are.
Yeah.
But the text we're analyzing today roots this idea in an Old Testament Hebrew word for mercy, which is he-seat.
Right. He seat. And usually when I hear mercy, I picture, well, a judge letting a guilty person off with a warning, sort of pardon.
Yeah, that's the standard definition we usually jump to.
But the author translates hesed differently, specifically as covenant kindness. So how does that change the dynamic?
Well, the author draws a really sharp line between merit and covenant. So merit means you did something to deserve it. But a covenant is a binding agreement.
Okay.
So his hesed is a kindness that is owed entirely because of that agreement. The recipient's personal qualifications or even their behavior just completely drop out of the equation.
Oh, wow. So it's basically like getting a permanent VIP pass to a wildly exclusive event. You walk past the velvet rope, not because you're famous or rich or you earned it.
Right, because that would be merit.
Exactly. You're walking in purely because your friends signed an ironclad contract guaranteeing you access. So your entry relies entirely on their covenant, not your resume.
Yes. And what makes that VIP pass even more radical in this text is that it was written in blood. We actually see the mechanics of this play out historically in 2 Samuel.
Oh, through the story of King David and Mephibosheth, right?
Yeah, David and Jonathan's son, Mephibosheth.
Now, I get the VIP analogy in theory, but a velvet rope is one thing. The text says David is firmly established as king, and he actually goes out of his way to find out if there's anyone left from the family of the previous king, Saul.
He does.
Doesn't a new ancient ruler usually just wipe out the old rival dynasty?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, standard operating procedure in the ancient Near East was to eliminate any descendants of the previous king to just secure the throne from challengers.
Right, to protect themselves.
Exactly. And Mephibosheth is Saul's grandson.
Yeah.
So politically speaking, he is a massive threat.
Wait, really? If he's a rival, how does this Hesest thing override a king's instinct for self-preservation?
Well, that is the pure power of the covenant David made with his late friend Jonathan, who was Mephibosheth's father.
Ah, I see.
The binding agreement is stronger than political security. So when David's men find Mephibosheth, he's actually lame in both feet. He's living in obscurity, essentially abandoned.
Wow, that's rough.
Yeah. And he is brought to the palace and just falls on his face in absolute terror, fully expecting execution.
Because according to the transactional rules of ancient kingdoms, his death is really the only logical outcome.
Exactly. But the text highlights David's response here.
Mhm.
He uses the language of mercy and just says, "Fear not."
Wow, fear not.
Yeah. And then he restores all of Saul's ancestral land to Mephibosheth and actually gives him a permanent seat at the royal dining table.
So he's not just pardoning a political rival, he's treating him like a son.
Right, and the author emphasizes this as the core thesis of the text. David specifically calls this the kindness of God because it flows entirely from the greater to the lesser.
The greater to the lesser. I like that.
Yeah, Mephibosheth brought nothing to the table, literally or figuratively. The kindness was entirely initiated by the one with the power towards someone with zero claim to it.
Okay, but the author doesn't just leave this as a cool history lesson, though. They make a pretty sharp pivot to 1 Samuel 2:8.
Yes, they do.
Essentially arguing that this ancient political maneuver is actually a mirror for the modern believer's experience.
Right. The imagery used there is lifting a beggar from the dunghill to sit among princes. So the text draws a direct parallel between Mephibosheth's royal restoration and modern believers being seated with Christ.
Oh, I see the connection.
Yeah. The underlying logic is that this transforming power of covenant kindness is exactly what believers have received, completely unearned.
Unearned, yeah. And the author actually ends with a direct challenge to go out and show this exact type of covenant kindness to someone else who requires it, which is, a huge paradigm shift from asking, does this person deserve my help?
It really is. It forces a completely different set of questions.
Yeah.
You basically have to actively look for ways to demonstrate unearned kindness, just bypassing the recipient's merit entirely.
Which brings us right back to that cup of coffee. We are so used to the transaction. You pay $5, you get the latte, you earn the promotion, you get the title.
Right, everything is tracked.
Exactly. But I want you to think about this as you go about your day. If true FIs flows from the greater to the lesser without any merit, how might practicing this radical, unearned kindness disrupt our modern, highly transactional relationships?
That is the big
It
question.
really is. What happens when we stop keeping school and just hand out that VIP pass?
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.